Hi everybody, this is Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977. So Peppy's gonna have some dog food. This has beef, bacon, and cheese in it, and we got this from the Dollar Tree for $1. It's a huge can. And we're going to be having this pizza that we got at Walmart in Newport, Vermont. It's cheese stuffed. We paid $8 for it, and it has pepperoni and cheese. And then the crust is stuffed, and it's self-rising. And we're going to add some extra cheese to it. And my husband's going to go ahead and he's going to get a Nacho Bel Grande for us to split with extra everything. And then I get 3 sides Pico de Gallo sauce, which is now 60 cents a side. And that's Mexican salsa if nobody knew. And then I get 2 to 3 sides of the spicy ranch sauce. That usually comes on the cheese go get a crunch now instead of the white Baja sauce. And if you have it by itself and you dip chips into it or fries or something, it's very spicy. I love it. So I didn't get any work done yesterday. Me and my husband decided just to go ahead and hang out together. We had a few drinks. We had just leftovers. I had 2 hot dogs, bowl pork, and he had some of the clams and white herb garlic sauce. So this is what's left of that. And we cut it into little pieces like that we had Friday with my mom because she has a hard time swallowing food. So, I wanted her to be able to eat and enjoy herself without worrying. So everything was fine. I went and helped my sister Sunday. My mom got mad because she thought I blew her off, but I know my sister told her Saturday that I was going over there for one to help her clean and that it was going to be a lot of work. And then, my mom knows I'm there. She knows my sister doesn't get service. She was calling, leaving voice messages. The voice message that she left, which there was no need. She should have been in a good mood. It was something on the lines of, Kelly, what's going on? You said you had to come here. It's 3 o'clock. I haven't heard anything. Why aren't you here? You said you're going to be here. Well, me and my husband, when she invited us Friday, she said she was having a cookout and that other people would be there, and it started at 3, and that if I wanted to get there after 4, it would be fine, and that if we didn't come, that was okay because she understood we were both full-time students. Well, I couldn't go Saturday because my back was killing me. I cooked for 2 people. I cooked 2 different meals. And then I stood up for 2 hours because nobody wanted to go in the living room where we have chairs. They wanted to stay in the kitchen, and I only have 3 chairs. So I stood up and let my mother sit in my chair that's specialized for my back. So she should have realized when Holly called her and told her that she didn't need her to watch her client Monday after all. And then she did tell her, well, Kelly's not coming today. Kelly's coming tomorrow to help me clean. So there was no need for me to call my mom because my mom already knew I was going to be there. And my mother knows what the place looked like because she helps my sister babysit the clients. So I let that go. Then she kept texting. She texted me 3 times. What's going on? Where are you guys? You said you were going to be here. You're not here yet. It's after 3 o'clock, which we never said 100%. We said we would try. And then I asked, well, what's the latest that we can get here? Her last thing was like, what's going on seriously with question mark, like tons of question marks. So to me, as you're typing, I could tell you were aggravated and that you were taking your aggravation out on me. And, her boyfriend might have been aggravating her. I don't know. He likes to pull her hair and stuff, and she doesn't like that. He was doing it while he was here with us, which you're 73, she's going to be 62. It's a little inappropriate and childish. As far as I know, everything went great. She had two big bowls. She said she loved it. He said the food was good. He liked it. He appreciated it. He had some coffee. She brought her own Mountain Dew. Then they kept going outside smoking, and I told her before, you have to go downstairs, and there's a place to smoke. She's smoking out on the porch after I told her that the landlord lives right next door. She doesn't allow smoking. You have to go downstairs. Then she was rinsing off the cigarette butts, which I didn't know, and putting them in my trash can. My trash can reeked of cigarettes. They had at least 3 apiece while they were here. And you can't go without smoking. She was here 3 hours, knowing that me and Craig are allergic to it. You got a reek of it. So again, I felt disrespected. While they're eating, my mom kept saying to me, well, this is your house, and if you want to crack open a beer, you go right ahead, because you've been cooking for us for a couple of hours, and I know what you made. It takes a lot of time preparation, so you go ahead. You go ahead. It's not going to bother us. We don't care. And I said to her politely, I'm okay. I don't want a beer. I'm fine. She said it 2 more times, and my husband said, can you please stop saying that to her? She said she doesn't want to drink. Then she said it another time, so I got up, slammed the chair into my table, and I got a beer and opened it. And I said, you happy now? And I took a swig and I put it down. I didn't even drink it, but it's just the point that I felt very embarrassed. You guys tell me what you think. Would you be embarrassed when you're meeting your mother's new boyfriend for the first time and they're being together about 5 months? Very inappropriate. Then Dave, my husband, are talking in the kitchen, and she gets up and she gives me a hug, and she's like, I appreciate dinner, it was fantastic. Then she looks at me and she says, let's go in the living room. I want to talk to you privately. And then tells me that she knows I'm an alcoholic and I'm a functioning alcoholic, and this is why I'm able to get my schoolwork done, and this is why I have all A's in my classes every semester, and that she's very proud of me for being a functional alcoholic. Okay, that's not giving somebody props. Again, how do you feel? How would you have taken it? Yes, I had a drinking problem in the past. Yes, I do drink about 2 times a week after my schoolwork is done. This is my home. I felt very disrespected. Then she's talking about behavior that had nothing to do with me that I shouldn't have known about. And, he's rolling his eyes, and then she's telling me that, somebody's not allowed over Dave's house, and, she was very shocked, and Dave felt disrespected in his home, but you're going to come in my home and disrespect me by doing what you did. She thought it was okay, so before I said something to her, I said something to my sister about it Sunday, and I asked her, how would you feel if this is what Mom did to you when you're meeting Dave for the first time? And my sister said I would be pissed off and I would say something to her. So I said something yesterday. And that was after I cooled down for 3 days. And I wrote her and I said, Mom, I just wanted to let you know I felt disrespected in my home because you kept asking me if I wanted to, have a beer. I can drink if I want to. I said, you did that 4 times. There was no need for it. You could have said it once and left it alone. So, you're pushing me to drink is the way I took it. And then she asked me if I had any, which is none of her business. This is my house. Again, I felt disrespected. And then I told her she embarrassed me when she pulled me into the living room and said what she said, because that was rude and disrespectful. You've told me before I'm alcoholic, this and that. I went to treatment. I got help. I passed drug tests and everything. And you're still throwing it up in my face. So this is what I told her. And then she started talking about, well, 2 years ago, you were drunk one night. Well, I went out and I had a little bit too much to drink. Okay. Never happen again. But there's no need that you have to bring it up and put it in my face again. I told her 6 months ago, stop doing that. We had a falling out a year ago where I didn't talk to her for 4 months. She didn't see me. She didn't know how I was doing. She knew nothing. And I slowly let her back in for her to keep doing the same thing. Because she has bipolar. She's going fast right now, which I understand that. But it doesn't mean that gives you a right to say whatever you want to people or act however you want. You don't walk into people's houses. She does it to me, my sister, all the time, trying to walk in. I keep my door locked. And she knows that. She still tries to open it. She'll come over and peek through my windows to see if I'm here. Like, it's none of your business. She drives down the road to see if we're home, if the truck's here. What do you care? I'm going to be 41 years old. It's just really, really ridiculous. So, as she's saying these things about a year ago, and the text messages were like pages. She sent like 4 of them. And all I had to do was read the first sentence. Well, 2 years ago, you did. So I said to her, what the hell does that have to do 2 years ago after I got help for my drinking? What does that have to do with what you just did in my home, disrespecting me again? We've already kicked her out one time because she was screaming on the top of her lungs at me about somebody else, not something that she felt I did, and I had to kick her out. Then she writes back, well, who the F do you think you're talking to swearing at me? I'm your mother. I only said the word hell. That's not a swear. When I talk to my 15-year-old son, he uses hell too, and I don't say anything. So I don't feel I swore at her. And she used the F word 3 times with me. I just let her keep talking. I didn't write back. She said she never said that, and I call myself that all the time, and she was just using my words, and she's effed if she agrees, and she's effed if she doesn't. There was no need for you to mention anything about drinking there. I don't care. Go ahead. It's your house. And she still doesn't understand what she did. So I just said to her, so you're calling me a liar with a question mark, and I stopped responding to her. If you're telling me that you never said that and that you were just using my own words against me to give me props, that doesn't even make any sense. So I'm just going to have to take a stand back. I told her, don't come by my house, don't text and don't call me because I'm really pissed off. And then she continued to rate me. She texted me 15 times. That's ridiculous. And I didn't read any of it because I don't need to get upset. But this is what she does. She uses people. She throws up in your face if she ever helped you, even though you've done things for her. She's sitting there telling me that she's going to get what's owed to her from everybody. And if they want favors from her, they got to pay her to do it. Okay, well, I picked you up from that emergency room. Stopped what I was doing, which was schoolwork, to go pick you up and drive you an hour home and an hour back, and I didn't even get a thank you. No gas money was offered. Me and my husband's first date a year and a half ago. She went to the place that we were supposed to be eating at, but we wasn't there yet, to tell them that she was at the emergency room and we had to stop what we were doing and go there. An hour after I left the house. We go there, we follow her home. She wants Mountain Dew and a pack of cigarettes. She was supposed to give Craig back the money. She never did. Again, we're just dating, our first date. She asked us a couple months later to pick up some of her medications, cost $12. She never gave us the money for it. So these are just small examples of what I've done and I and my husband have done to help her. And she doesn't appreciate it. She got $656 for gas a year and a half ago before I moved in here. I ended up moving out a couple weeks later because she was telling me I couldn't go out. I had to be home at 8 o'clock at night, calling me names. So I just left. After dealing with it for 2 weeks, I left. I paid my rent, 4 months of the electric and 4 months of the light bill ahead of time. I never got my money back. I wasn't there. And I gave her $656 for 15 weeks of driving me back and forth to school. When I got my money, it was 6 weeks into the semester. So she owed me money back, and she never gave it back to me. But then she wants people to give her money back, like $11 for soda for my sister, and then tells my sister it was $4 tax. That's rude and disrespectful. And my sister was paying her $15 an hour to watch clients when my sister doesn't get paid that. to try to help her out when she was trying to get her disability back so she could pay her bills. So I'm just over the whole situation. I don't need the stress. I've had to cut out about 10 family members from Rhode Island because they don't like my husband and they feel he's too old for me. Well, it's none of their business and they don't pay my bills. So on that note, however you feel, don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you think I was rude, you can tell me. I can handle it. But I don't feel I was, and I felt I had a right to tell her how she made me feel so that she doesn't do it again. But she didn't see it that way. She felt I was attacking her with 3 sentences. So have a great Tuesday. After me and my husband eat, I'll probably sit down and try to knock out as much work as I can. Because again, Friday we want to go to haunted houses, and Sunday we're going to go visit his mother, brother, and nephew because they're home on the weekends. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you do, I appreciate it.